Hey everybody, Zeal Brothers here once again. I want to ask a question, a very straightforward question. Is Brittany Renner a predator? I asked this question on the heels of the R. Kelly situation. Now, many people know about R. Kelly, how he went around recruiting younger women to have sex with, and he kept them in his little sex dungeon. And then after that, he had a lot of people that conspired with him to keep that crime away from the authorities, and that's ultimately why he got locked up. And in his last court case, it seems to be more about the fact that he had conspiracy to keep the crime away from authorities more than the fact that he did his crimes. So we got R. Kelly being a predator, and most people would agree that he's a predator. And then I would pose another situation. Imagine a man who had already had a history of abusive sexual relationships where he was using sexual relationships for his own benefit at the expense of his other partner. And then he went past younger females and he said, hide your daughters. I'm finna get them. Imagine he said that. Because Brittany Renner said something similar. She tweeted out while she was at Jackson State University. She said, hide your sons. I'm coming for them. And everybody knows what she means when she says she's coming for them. Because what she means is, if you don't know about her, she is the same woman who got with PJ Washington, who is that young basketball player, the young fool, right? And she's always been one that talked about the fact that her goal in life was to get pregnant with a dumb athlete and take his money. That's what she always was saying what she was going to do. And she did it. She did it with PJ Washington. So she got him, right? She got him. And here's the thing. He can't do nothing but blame himself because he went right along with her playbook. It was somebody stupid tricked you into something that they told you they was going to do. And really, he can't blame nobody for himself but himself. But Brittany Renner now going past the college campus talking about how she's aiming for these young college kids. And she's in her 30s. So we got to ask ourselves, is she a predator? Now, the technical answer to that question is no, right? Because most of these people who are in college are above 18, so that would be above the age of being a predator. But I would say that in a technical definition of that she's hunting these guys, the answer is yes. And I think a lot of these guys will do well to get themselves deep into the book of Proverbs and look at Proverbs 5 and notice how this unscrupulous woman, right, is chasing down these men and hunting them down. Ecclesiastes talks about how that somebody who's righteous will escape from this woman whose hands are nets and fetters. In other words, this woman who's a trap, right? She's a trap. And if you're righteous, you escape from her. But if you're not righteous, you're going to get caught up by her. And a lot of men, the problem with a lot of men is that they know what they want. But the problem with a lot of men is they don't look at the ramifications for what comes for getting what they want. Now, the problem with a lot of women is that they don't know what they want. But when we talk about men know what they want. They know they want what kind of woman looks good to them. And a lot of men agree on what looks good to them. A lot of men know they want that skinny stomach. They want those big breasts. They want that nice hips. They want those long legs. Almost all men could agree to that description. But the problem is, what you going to pay for it when you get it? That's the question that you need to ask yourself, gentlemen. And if you think you on the hunt, are you realizing that while you think you chasing her, she might be chasing you? And what happens when she catches you? Some of you guys are in for a world of hurt because you have put sex as your number one priority so long. You like a dog in heat. You just running. Running. And when you catch what you're running for, they're going to get you. And you in for a lifetime of hurt. I have seen so many guys who have had sex with women that they regretted because those minutes of pleasure cannot count to the fact that now they have a lifetime wasted, child support, thrown in jail, bitter arguments, tried to make a relationship work that never would have worked in the beginning. All these things happen because you sitting there chasing tail. If I could say anything to you men, it would be keep it under control. Self-control is your number one virtue. And if you could ever learn that virtue, you could take over the world.